In addition to capacity, durability, and cost efficiency, another reason for the renewed interest in tape may very well be data security.
At the end of the day, IT budgets aren't going up, but data storage request and demand is going up. So you have to figure out how to solve that problem. And you can't do it all online. And I do think your point about the recent hackathons and things like that that are exposing weaknesses on online data is going to drive some demand into tape for that air gap reason. I mean, Google's loss years ago wasn't a hack, it was a software bug as I understand it. But it illustrates the same point, is they had to have that air gap to have that disease, or whatever you want to call it, not propagate through everything. And yeah, I think some of the large cloud guys are actually looking at it for that reason too, is how do I create an air gap that I don't have to worry about getting infections running across my whole environment.
The air gap is very sensitive right now because of breaches and ransomware, where they hack into a system and are able to encrypt your data and then hold you ransom with having to pay to get your data back. And having that air gap means that you have some data protection preventing that modification and encryption that could easily be unnoticed otherwise. The encryption is certainly a critical factor. We had a state government agency, I won't tell you which state in the United States, but their model of disaster recovery was to give the most recently new hired employee a box of cartridges to store in the back trunk of his car so that it would be stored in his apartment, in the garage of his apartment, and then returned the next day. And they used that methodology for a while until somebody had their car stolen. Encryption became very important in the tape world. In these breaches that we're finding, only 4% is encrypted. 96% of the world's data is unencrypted, and for a long time that was because it impacted the performance. It impacted the database performance, it impacted online transaction processing, but in a tape environment, it's real time. The encryption happens at line speed. There is no trade-off with encryption. You get the encryption immediately, and everyone encrypts their tapes. There isn't anyone who isn't encrypting their tapes. And the cost is managing keys. And so we have a security key lifecycle manager that basically keeps track of the keys and doles them out to the tapes when needed. And it's all done over a secure connection so that unless you have access to those keys, you can't make any inference of the data on the tape.
We were the first, from a technology perspective, to deliver tape encrypting drives. In addition, we work with partners based on the software side or even in mainframe to enable this idea of pervasive encryption. So tape is highly secure, and we intend to improve our overall security as we learn more, because we have to substantiate a highly secure environment for some of the most at-risk clients we have in the marketplace.
With today's announcement of a new LTO 8 tape drive, IBM is demonstrating its continued support for the LTO tape roadmap. To learn more about IBM's products and solutions with respect to tape technology, contact your IBM representative or IBM business partner today.